So yesterday was the reward challenge, and of course we have an odd number of people, so they started with teams of three teams of three. I got the bomb team. Could not have worked out better for me. Let's just recap for a moment, shall we? Alex, Dave, Deena, three of the strongest people in the tribe, certainly for the female representation, and I think Dave represents the male representation. The only way it could have been stronger is with perhaps switching out Matthew, but Alex has a longer reach, so I think that that helped out immensely. We won the first round, then it was Alex, Deena, and Dave competing for individual reward. Okay, I did this. I'm not proud of it, but I will certainly throw it out there because I did it for a purpose. And I throw this out there to them. I say to them, you know, guys, as we're waiting to compete individually, you know, guys, if I win, I'm going to take one of you because I couldn't have done it without you. Realistically, what were my chances of ever winning that game? If somebody had hogtied both of them, perhaps, and I'd been given a 5-minute head start, maybe I would have won. And it was so nice of them to return the same thing. And Alex said, I think that's an excellent idea. And Dave said, I do as well. And I said, all I'm going to do is pick a number from 1 to 10, and you guys can then choose. And Dave won hands down. And when it came time to him choosing, he said, okay, Alex, Deena, 1 or 2. Held a number behind his back, and I turned to Alex, and Alex said, you go ahead and pick. I said 2. And 2 it was, and off I went to Shangri-La in the forest. It was magical. I will never forget that day.
Yep.
Janet was to go first because she'd asked to go first.
Mm-hmm. Do you really think that Janet was the one who smuggled the candy, good old boy?
Did you hear the circumstances of that whole thing?
All I heard was that it was found in the box and you guys threw it in the fire.
It was a really funky, odd thing that night. What had happened was we're all in bed, essentially, and it had been raining, and all of the boxes, all of the packs were in the box. And it took a long time to fit them in there. And then all of a sudden, and I was still awake because I was going to do first fire watch with Jean, so Jean was still awake. Janet gets up and says, I forgot my bear. She's using the bear as a pillow. All right. And then Jenna said, oh, don't mess up the bags, because it took a long time for them to get the bags all in order and all that other crap. And she's rifling through there for a good few minutes. I walk over there to get my pants, and I said, I need to get my pants. And so I'm looking through the remaining bags, because she has 2 in her hand. And she is emptying something out of one of the bags. And from that bag comes the bar, and Jean saw it.
Janet's looking through the bags.
Janet's looking through the bags, but her bear is too big. You can't fit the bear in the bag. And out comes the bar. And she said, well, this one is my bag. And that's the only reason I know that it was her bag. And I said, but whose bag is that? And she said, I don't know. And so I said, Janet, that bag is mine. I know the candy bar didn't come from my bag. And that is how the candy bar thing came about. And I wouldn't have thought too much about it except for the little speech that followed a couple of days thereafter before she was booted, which was, it must have been planted. Who says planted? You know who the type of people that say it must have been planted?
Guilty people.
Yeah, methinks thee doth protest too much, Brutus. So and then it was followed by everybody who knows me knows that I wouldn't do this because I volunteer at children's hospitals all the time. So the plantation theory was followed quickly by, please forgive me because I'm a really good person speech.
Well, that's a logical argument, too.
Do I know for absolute certain that she took it? No. Could I prove it beyond a reasonable doubt? Probably.